It was 2011 and it was in the aftermath of Dale Farm, and we had been very engaged with Dale Farm and doing a lot of work around kind of supporting the community there. And every year, as we have done for many years, in the month of November we have an annual conference. And that particular year we had our conference as we normally do, and our chair at the time was a Father Joe Brown, and Joe after the conference extended a courtesy to everybody attended to go to the local boozer, which is Wetherspoons, the Coronet, just literally next door to us. We started to head towards the venue. And when we got there, we were met very unusually by a number of big burly bouncers, and they prevented us from entering. We were really perplexed by this. We didn't understand because the venue was literally empty. It was midweek, winter, on a Thursday night, about 4 o'clock. We asked why we couldn't come in, and they just said there were large crowds in. The first crowd of us that were at the door, there was no more than 8 of us. It wasn't a really large crowd. That could have been mum, dad, granny and granddad and a few siblings. That wasn't a large crowd, but they wouldn't let us in, so we pushed at it. We're told no travellers are allowed in. Of course, we were absolutely appalled at that, pushed a little bit more, and then they said they were under instructions. Anyway, they eventually let us in, but asked for the police officer to vouch for us. Don't know what they thought we were going to do. Anyway, to kind of roll on, basically what actually happened was we then decided actually, you know, this is out and out discrimination. So we kind of sat round the table, got our heads together and decided we were going to take a class action case against Wetherspoons. So I think there was about 18 of us in total, and we put together a class action case, and it took 5, 6, 7 years. It took a long time, and there was a lot of toing and froing and mediation and whatever, but none of us were prepared to settle, because for us as an organisation, and we were taking the case as an organisation, for us it was about changing something. It wasn't about, and all too often individuals and organisations settle out of court. When you do that, and I understand, and I'm not criticising anybody for doing that, it depends on the situation, but for us this would not change anything. We absolutely needed to have our day in court, and so 5 years, 6 years on, and we had our day in court. It was a very grueling process, but we won, and they were found in direct breach of race discrimination. Now, there was also a precedent set that day because we were the first charity ever to be able to take a case for hurt feelings. So it set a precedent and paved the way for the charity sector as a whole in the UK to now be able to take cases themselves for direct hurt feelings. And that was a first. I think in the aftermath of that case, and I was talking to somebody within the GRT sector who said a lot of the work that they're doing in their organisation is that they have seen an incredible amount of travellers now wanting to take cases, and that was the beauty of doing that very high profile case. It wasn't about the ultimate win, it was about all of the little wins, and it was about the message it was going to give to community members to say, you don't have to take this, you have rights and you have entitlements and you can do something about this. And those women that day did something about it.